Some of the worst disasters in history were completely preventable, and the consequences spiral out of control. Disasters caused by human failure. In 1981, 2 suspended walkways inside a hotel in Kansas City collapsed during an event, killing 114 people. Investigations later found a simple design change had doubled the load, leading to a catastrophic structural failure. In 2000, the small town of Walkerton, Canada, saw its drinking water become deadly after heavy rain contaminated a poorly protected supply system. Cost-cutting and ignored safety warnings allowed E. coli to spread, killing several residents and sickening thousands. In 2000, near Hatfield in the UK, a high-speed train derailed after a rail fractured from undetected metal fatigue. The failure of track maintenance and inspection practices led to a catastrophic crash that exposed systemic safety neglect in the rail network. In 2012, off the coast of Italy, the Costa Concordia struck a reef after a risky deviation from its planned route. The ship capsized in shallow waters, killing 32 people, as poor decision-making and delayed evacuation compounded the disaster. In 1987, the Herald of Free Enterprise left the Belgian port of Zeebrugge, with its bow doors still open. Water flooded the car deck within seconds, capsizing the ferry and killing 193 people due to procedural failures and ignored safety checks. In 1988, 2 commuter trains collided near Clapham Junction in London after a signal wiring fault was left unrepaired during rushed maintenance work. The crash killed 35 people and exposed severe flaws in railway safety procedures and oversight. In 1999, at Ladbroke Grove near London's Paddington Station, 2 trains collided head-on after a signal was passed at danger. The crash killed 31 people, revealing failures in training, signaling awareness, and systemic rail safety management. In 1997, a high-speed passenger train derailed at Eschede in Germany when a wheel failed due to a hidden structural defect. The wreck destroyed a bridge and killed 101 people, highlighting catastrophic oversight in maintenance and component design. In 2005, near Amagasaki in Japan, a commuter train derailed on a sharp curve after speeding to recover lost time. The train slammed into an apartment building, killing 107 people amid intense pressure on punctuality and weak safety margins. In 1988, the Piper Alpha offshore oil platform in the North Sea exploded after a gas condensate leak was ignited during maintenance confusion. Chain reaction failures and poor safety procedures led to 167 deaths, making it the deadliest offshore oil disaster in history. In 1989, a catastrophic fire broke out at King's Cross Underground Station in London when a discarded match ignited accumulated grease beneath a wooden escalator. The blaze spread rapidly through hidden tunnels, killing 31 people and exposing long-ignored fire risks in the system. In 2013, a runaway crude oil train derailed in Lac-Mégantic, Canada, after it was left unattended and began rolling downhill. It exploded in the town center, killing 47 people and destroying much of downtown due to inadequate securement and oversight. In 1947 in Texas City, a cargo ship carrying ammonium nitrate caught fire and exploded in the harbor. The blast triggered a chain reaction of fires and explosions, killing nearly 600 people and exposing severe lapses in hazardous materials handling. In 1995, in Seoul, South Korea, the Sampoong department store collapsed suddenly during business hours after structural columns were illegally modified and overloaded. The building pancaked, killing over 500 people in one of the deadliest peacetime building failures due to corruption and negligence. In 1977, during a performance in Ohio, the station nightclub fire erupted when pyrotechnics ignited flammable foam insulation on the walls. The fire spread within minutes, killing 100 people and revealing widespread disregard for basic fire safety standards. In 1911 in New York City, the Triangle Shirtwaist factory caught fire when a small blaze spread rapidly through a locked, overcrowded workshop. Workers were trapped by blocked exits, and 146 people died, exposing brutal labor conditions and ignored fire safety laws. In 2009, in Boston, a fire broke out at the Coconut Grove nightclub after flammable interior materials ignited during a crowded event. Poor exits and rapid smoke spread trapped patrons inside, leading to over 200 deaths and highlighting repeated failures in venue safety enforcement. In 1980 in southern Italy, the Irpinia earthquake collapsed poorly built housing and infrastructure, trapping thousands of residents in rubble. Over 2,400 people died, with investigations later highlighting widespread construction fraud and ignored seismic safety standards. In 1966 in Aberfan, Wales, a coal waste tip, unstable and long ignored, collapsed after heavy rain and buried a school and homes. The landslide killed 144 people, most of them children, exposing fatal negligence in mining waste management. In 1974, in Flixborough, England, a chemical plant explosion tore through the site after a temporary pipe modification failed under pressure. The blast killed 28 people and caused widespread damage, revealing dangerous shortcuts in industrial engineering and oversight. In 1984 in Bhopal, India, a toxic gas leak from a pesticide plant released methyl isocyanate into surrounding neighborhoods overnight. Thousands died within days, and many more suffered long-term effects in what became the world's deadliest industrial disaster tied to safety failures and cost-cutting. In 1986 in Chernobyl, Ukraine, a flawed reactor test triggered a massive nuclear explosion and fire. A lack of safety culture and reactor design weaknesses released radioactive material across Europe, killing and harming thousands over time. In 2013 in Dhaka, Bangladesh, the Rana Plaza building collapsed after visible structural cracks were ignored, and workers were ordered back inside. The 8-story structure gave way, killing over 1,100 people in one of the deadliest industrial building failures in modern history. In 2017 in London, the Grenfell Tower fire began in a residential high-rise, when a small kitchen fire spread rapidly via highly flammable exterior cladding. The blaze engulfed the building, killing 72 people and exposing severe failures in building regulation and fire safety oversight. In 2020, in Beirut, Lebanon, a massive explosion ripped through the port when improperly stored ammonium nitrate detonated. Years of neglect and unsafe storage conditions led to one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history, killing over 200 people and devastating the city. In 2011 in Japan, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster unfolded after a massive earthquake and tsunami disabled cooling systems at the plant. Reactors overheated and released radiation, forcing evacuations and exposing critical vulnerabilities in disaster preparedness and nuclear safety systems. In 1976 in Seveso, Italy, a chemical reactor accident released a cloud of dioxin over nearby communities. Poor containment and delayed warnings exposed residents to toxic contamination, leading to long-term health impacts in one of Europe's most infamous industrial pollution events. In 1975, in China's Henan province, the Banqiao Dam system collapsed after unprecedented rainfall overwhelmed its design limits. Entire downstream communities were swept away in massive flooding, making it one of the deadliest structural failures in history, worsened by poor communication and emergency planning. In 1906, in Courrières, France, a coal mine explosion and subsequent underground fires spread through the tunnels after poor ventilation and delayed sealing of affected shafts. Over 1,000 miners were killed, making it one of the deadliest mining disasters in European history. In 1942, in Banqiao, China, a coal mine explosion ignited underground gas and coal dust, followed by a collapse that trapped workers inside. Ventilation was shut down during rescue attempts, worsening conditions and leading to over 1,500 deaths in one of the worst mining disasters ever recorded. Each of these disasters had one thing in common: they didn't have to happen. And in 2026, you chose to learn from them. As always, thanks for watching.